This week, we learned The Last of Us Part 2 will finally arrive on our PS4s on February 21st, early next year. And lucky Jonathan here got to play a couple hours of it.
I did. It was wonderful. But that's right, Damon. Our dear viewers can read my full preview on IGN or watch the video preview here on YouTube. But my main takeaway was the storytelling is as engaging as ever for a Naughty Dog game, and the sequel has a lot more complex and interesting gameplay this time around. Stealth is way more tense and interesting and varied, and Ellie has some new cool moves for combat and traversal.
Sounds awesome. And what did you think of the multiplayer mode?
Unfortunately, I did not get to play the multiplayer mode because the multiplayer mode, much like the limit, does not exist.
I had to ask what that means.
The limit does not exist. The limit does not exist!
Our new state champions, the North Shore Mathletes.
Now, whoa, the multiplayer in The Last of Us was actually good and had a dedicated community. If I remember correctly, co-director Anthony Newman told Polygon in an interview from 2018 that there would be multiplayer in Part 2. What the happened?
You are remembering correctly, but Newman actually talked again to Polygon at this preview event I attended and told them that multiplayer will not be included with The Last of Us Part 2. He said, quote, "I know we had kind of announced that it would have multiplayer, but as the game has developed, it's become so ambitious, so grand in scope, and so intricate in its complexity that it really required the full focus of the studio to deliver the single-player experience."
Oh well, I guess we'll just have to settle for what looks like an incredible sequel to one of the greatest single-player games ever made.
What a shame. Sony has been focusing on single-player experiences this generation, though. Days Gone, God of War, Detroit Become Human, Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn, it's a lot of them. But Uncharted 4 did have multiplayer, which is perhaps another reason why fans would be surprised to learn that they can't shoot at each other in The Last of Us Part 2. But who knows, maybe they'll re-release Part 2 on PS5 and give us the multiplayer mode some of us, like myself, are craving.
The comments on IGN are a pretty even mix of people lamenting the loss of multiplayer and single-player fans that won't miss it. Let us know how you're feeling about The Last of Us Part 2 now that the first preview is out. If you missed any of the other big PlayStation news this week, check out this video for everything Sony announced at this week's State of Play presentation.